Hey there, and welcome to day 79 of the 100 Days Programming Challenge. Today is Project Day, and we'll build a simple virtual ATM machine that allows the user to log in, to check their balance, to withdraw, to deposit money, and so on and so forth, all in Python. Are you excited? It's day 79 of the 100 Days Python Programming Challenge. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I don't think we've done project in a while, but it's day 79, so let's do project. Tomorrow is 80. It's almost over. So let's build a project. So today I want to build a project that does something similar to what you do at the ATM machine. You enter your card details, you choose maybe you want to check your balance, if you want to deposit, withdraw money, and you're able to do all those things. So our simple project is just going to we'll add code the user PIN, and then we'll add code like an initial balance. And then we allow the user to be able to select either they want to check their balance, either they want to deposit money, or either they want to withdraw. So we'll have four functions in total that would do all those things. So I think about five. So one function to display the menu, one to check the balance, one to withdraw, one to deposit, and then the function that brings it all together. So first, let's start by add coding the user account details. And by that, I mean the PIN and the balance. So our first function is just to display the information. So we want to print out like a welcome message, and we want to print out all the options that the user has, that they will enter: one to check balance, two to deposit money, three to withdraw money, and four if they want to quit the program. So see, this is just a function to just display the menu. And now we'll then create functions for the individual options that we have here. So first, to check your account balance, what do we want to do? When they click on one, we just want to print a message that says your account balance is, and what is your account balance? It's what we have in the user details, user account of balance. But this is a dictionary, key and value. So we want to get the value of the key balance. So that's all the check your balance does. Print the value of your key balance in your user accounts dictionary. So when they click on one, would print out this message. And then let's move to the next one. We want them to be able to deposit money. So since we're getting input from the user, we would use our try and accept, because we want to ensure that they enter a valid number and not an invalid number. And then we want them to enter their amount, which will be in float because it can be $1.50 or something in that way. So it has to be in float. And then we want to print out a message that the amount has been added successfully. And then in our dictionary, whatever amount that was deposited, we want to add it to our balance. That's what we're doing. So it's going to be a function that gets the input from the user if the amount is greater than zero, because they cannot put a number less than zero. Then we would sum it to our balance and print out a message that the deposit has been successful. And if they enter an invalid number or an invalid amount, we want to print out a message that the amount is invalid. So let me show you the function that will do all that for us. So this is our deposit function. We have our try and accept, the float input that gets the amount to deposit. If the amount is greater than zero, then we're adding our user balance, user account balance. That's what we have here. We're adding the amount to our user account balance, and then we're printing the amount that it has been deposited successfully. But if it's less than zero, then we have to put that please enter a positive number. And if it is not a number, we're accepting valid error and printing out a message that please enter a valid number. That is what our deposit function is doing. Our withdraw function will kind of like do something like the opposite of this. So you enter the amount you want to withdraw, and then you check if it's less than zero. If it's less than zero, you print that it's an invalid amount. If it's greater than zero, You then check maybe the amount the user enter, it's greater than the amount they have in their balance. If it's greater than the amount they have in their balance, then we want to print that, oh, it is an insufficient balance. But if it's if it's less than or equal to the amount they have in their balance, then we want to subtract that amount from their balance and then print out a message that the withdrawal has been successful. So these are functions that deposit and withdraw, and all our checks are in place. If the amount is greater than zero, then it's a valid number. Compared to the balance, withdraw successful. If the amount entered is greater than the balance, insufficient balance. Or if the amount they entered is less than zero, print out invalid number, enter a positive number. If it's an invalid input, print the message that enter a valid input. And now let's bring this together. We have to have a function called our ATM machine function. And then you know that usually when you go to the ATM and you want to enter your PIN, you only have three trials to enter your PIN. If you enter your PIN wrong three times, then it's like someone stole your card and is trying to steal your money. So then we have to check the attempt. So if the attempt is greater than three, then they cannot withdraw to perform any activity. So we'll define our attempt to be three, and then while the attempt is greater than zero, we'll then prompt them to enter their PIN. And if the PIN is equal to the PIN that we entered, that we had coded here, then other functionality can then work. So that is the first check we're having in our final function. This is the first message that we want to print that, oh, welcome to your virtual machine. And then this is the number of attempts that they have, that your attempt is three. And while this attempt, so every time they try it, we're going to be removing one from the attempt until it gets to zero and then they can no longer try it. So while the attempt is greater than zero, then we want to prompt a message that please enter your PIN and then compare the PIN to the PIN that we had coded and then print out a message that login is successful. So while attempt is greater than zero, we are using the input function to get the PIN, and our user account PIN is the key that we have in our dictionary here. And then we want to print that login is successful. So while login is successful, then we want to run a loop to display our menu. Yeah, we're calling our display menu function. And then when the user clicks on one, we want to call the check balance function. When they click on two, the deposit function. Click on three, the withdraw function. So we'll have a lot of if else statements to do that, because if they click one, two, three, and the rest, that is what we want to do. All this in our while loop. So this is my while loop. First call the display menu and then enter your choice from 1 to 4. And if the choice is 1, then I call the function. If it's 2, I call the respective functions. If it's 3, and then if it's 4, that means they're done. I want to print a message that thank you. But if they now enter something that is not 1, 2, 3, and 4, I want to print that, oh, that is a invalid choice. Please try again. And as I said, with every attempt, we're subtracting. If this is not successful, then we subtract one from the attempt and then do the whole process again. And then if the attempt then gets to zero, what do we want to do? We want to print out a message that, oh, your attempt is equal to zero. You have entered too much attempt. You have had too many incorrect attempts and we're exiting the program. So this is what we have. So now let's run our ATM machine function. Let's run our program. Let's call our function. So welcome to the virtual machine. See, that is the message we want to display. And then the next thing is to enter your PIN. If my PIN is 1234 and it's a login successful, that's what we put there. That's when they, oh yeah, when they enter their PIN, login successful, and then choose an option so that we can check the balance. 1000, that was the balance that we specified there. And the dollar sign is because we put the dollar sign in the print statement. So choose an option. So I want to make a deposit. So enter the amount you want to deposit. So I want to deposit $20. And you say 20 $1,000 successfully deposited. If I check my balance now, you see I have 1,020. But what if I want to withdraw? So enter to withdraw. I want to withdraw 200. So 200 withdrawn. If I check my balance, 200 is out of that. So this is how we're able to stimulate like what kind of happens when you go to an ATM machine. You're able to deposit, you're able to withdraw, check your balance, and so on and so forth. If I want to withdraw more money than I have, so you see withdraw, and I want to withdraw 1,000, even though I have 800 insufficient balance. So let me know what you think about it and if you would be trying it. As always, the link description to GitHub. See you tomorrow for day 80. That is it for this video. Do not forget to subscribe, to like, and leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. And as always, the link to the Jupyter notebook is in the description. See you tomorrow.